Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Let me check my audio. Hello. All right. We're good. We are good. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hashtag moviebae. I am moviebae. And in this video, I'm going to be doing my new movie weekly roundup. If you are new to my YouTube channel, hello, hi, welcome. Here on MovieBae, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television. And if that is the type of content you like, you might as well stick around and hit that subscribe button. And if you find yourself enjoying my commentary along the way, don't be afraid to give me a thumbs up and or drop a comment down below. I am MovieBae. I have been dipping and dabbling in reality TV competition shows, but at the end of the day, the root is the movies. Okay, so I have throwback movie reviews. I have any movie that was like premiered on Netflix or Prime Video. And then of course I have media commentary, Black cinema, because trailer reactions and movie reviews. 40 of them. 40 of them. Okay. And lately I've been doing new movie weekly roundups because not all of my, I guess, like new release movie reviews necessarily get the most views like by themselves. So I was like, or sometimes a movie I just can't like stretch like a 10-minute review out of some movies anyways. So I decided to just composite them and do a weekly new movie roundup out of all the movies I've seen for either that week or that month. So boom. So for example, on the roster, first off, hold on, I see comment HFG period first live. I hope I don't disappoint. I know it's probably like y'all lunch break or something. So just like listen to me while y'all chowing down. Thank you for being here. Make sure y'all like the video on your way in. And if for whatever reason you have to leave the stream, make sure you like the video on the way out. It lets everybody know that I'm live. All right. So on the agenda, let me share y'all know I got my slides. She's a professional. So hold on, let me turn this air down because I'm already hot. All right. So on the agenda for today, we have A Quiet Place Day 1. I know I've been saying that I was going to review A Quiet Place, but then another new movie came out and another new movie came out. And I was like, let's just put it on the roundup. Divorce in the Black, that is Tyler Perry's latest creation. Can't wait to get into that one. Maxxine, which is the third installment of the, I guess, X trilogy. I really don't even know what to call the trilogy, honestly. The X trilogy, the Mia Goth trilogy, the Ty West trilogy, like what should we call it? But it's Maxxine, okay? And then the most recent movie on this lineup is Long Legs, which I feel like is an under-marketed film. We'll get into it, but I saw it yesterday, so that one is the most freshest on my mind. Now, even though we're going to be discussing new movies, I do like to give a shout out to indie films that I come across, because if y'all are new to MovieBae, I am a screenwriter, aspiring producer, movie creator, all of that. So I literally watch a lot of movies, and I come across a lot of indie films, and some of them I feel like need to be highlighted. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this movie review. My indie picture of this video is going to be entitled Caged Birds. Okay. Now, you may or may not have heard about this film. This film did come out in 2021, and it's about 3 Black high school seniors prank a white bully, accidentally unaliving him. They cover it up, but the investigation strains their relationships and their loyalties. This is written and directed by Frederick Leach. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And when I saw the movie, first off, I was like, this boy looked familiar. This boy looked familiar too. If y'all watch Disney Channel at all, the main character, Jordan Lucas, is played by Camille McFadden. And he played on the one with Zendaya. Not Shake It Up. What's the other one? I don't know. He played on the one with Zendaya. Because I was like, oh my God, I know this boy. This, obviously, y'all can see all the awards that this movie has received. It is actually film shot, takes place in Dallas, and y'all know I'm a Dallas native. So I was like, on top of that. But this movie is really good. It had me yelling at the screen. I'm not gonna do spoilers for this one because I really do want y'all to go check it out. But it's all in the synopsis. We have these two on the poster are actually cousins, and the main character Jordan with the glasses here, he's actually the primary one that is getting bullied by the white bully. They are in my personal opinion, what seems to be like far north Dallas, which is more so predominantly white, but you do still have black people, Asians, Indian. Like it's more mixed up there, but it's primarily white. So it's a little stretched. The bullying is a little bit stretched, but still really believable. So typical bully stuff. Do my homework type. Do my homework type stuff. And then that is when Jordan's cousin. Oh, yeah, I saw this one probably like 2 weeks ago. But I'm not gonna spoil it. I promise you. Now my computer froze. Hold on. Well, that's when Jordan's cousin, the one on the left, he takes up for Jordan. But he ends up getting beat up by the bully. So now, his name is EJ in the movie. So now, EJ feels like he needs to seek revenge. That's when Jordan, EJ, and Cavante, who is another fellow black kid, honestly, because it's not that many of them in the school, they all link up to get revenge on this bully. And a prank goes wrong. The bully ends up being unalived. And just like the synopsis says, as the police are investigating, being black guys in a nice, rich neighborhood of far north Dallas, they get stereotypically profiled. So of course they're all nervous, and then it just strains their relationship. Who's going to tell? Who's not going to tell? You better not snitch. Things like that. This movie will have you yelling at the screen. It had me yelling at the screen. And the ending, man, y'all gotta watch this movie. I'm not even gonna hold you. It is on Tubi and it is on Prime Video. Please go watch it. And then come back, leave a comment, and tell me how you enjoyed it. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into. This is not how I had this organized, but whatever. Whatever. Let's go ahead and get into it. The movie. I didn't have this in this order. Maxxxine. Let's go ahead and talk about Maxxxine. So Maxxxine is the third installment, like I stated earlier, in the X trilogy, written and directed by Ty West. In 1980s Hollywood, adult film star and aspiring actress Maxine Minx finally gets her big break. But as a mysterious killer stalks the starlets of Hollywood, a trail of blood threatens to reveal her sinister past. Now, in order to understand Maxxxine, you definitely need to at least watch X. But if you want to understand the entire trilogy, watch the entire trilogy. I personally like watching them in the order in which they came out: X, Pearl, and then Maxxxine. But let's get into it. So my spoiler-free review about Maxxxine is that it was decent. It was a good movie. It's not my okay, let me tell y'all this. And I know Mia Goth and Ty West, they have like a cult following fan base. So please don't come at me. But I'm not a fan of the trilogy. X, it took me 3 times to watch that movie to get all the way through. It's not my favorite. I actually did enjoy Pearl. And then there's Maxxxine. So out of them, my order would probably be Pearl, Maxxxine, and then X. I really like that Maxxxine is based in the 80s. It's just so cool. It's aesthetically pleasing. I did think there would be more unalivings, I will say. But aside from that, I mean, like, it's a pretty solid story. One of my personal issues is, like I said, I thought there was going to be more unalivings. And there's a particular character in this movie that I felt like that role could have been taken out and it wouldn't have made no difference. So I really feel like they just unalive that person as another body. So my spoiler-free review out of 5 stars, I'll give Maxxine a solid 3. Now let's go ahead and get into the spoilers. So as y'all know, Maxxine is the lone survivor of the what they call it, the Texas Orno massacre. So she moves to Hollywood. She wants to become a famous corn performer, and she goes out for, well, she is a corn performer, but she wants to now transition into Hollywood. But in order to do that, she goes out for a scream queen role. Okay, she actually gets the role. However, there is a private detective who is played by Kevin Bacon, basically stalking her, letting her know that, hey, I know what you did and you're not going to get away with it. Me and the person I work for know what you did and you're not going to get away with it. So that's essentially the entire movie, but it's based in the 80s. So the Night Stalker, he is a serial killer of the 80s or of that time period, 70s, I think late 70s, into the 80s. So that's why I really want to see this movie, because I am obsessed with those type of people. How long have I been in this video? God dang. Have I been in here long enough to where I can start unfiltering my language? Yes, serial killers. Okay, I love anything serial killer related. That's really what drew me to this movie, but it doesn't have anything to do with this movie at all. It's basically the police is thinking, is this the Night Stalker or is this somebody who is copycatting? And it was a copycatter. Man, when I think about it, this movie really is just the private detective like chasing her around, and she's trying to figure out who is this person that knows about my past from Texas. Spoiler. Oh wait. Well, in order for that person sends her a personal invitation to come to his party, but everybody who comes to his party ends up unalived, like a fellow coworker of hers, a good friend of hers, which is the person who is this black guy right here. He owns a video store. The person who, I'm trying not to spoil it right now, who's interested in her past, sends her old sex tapes, and she sends to her friend, hey, can you find out what company this came from? Whoop de whoop de whoop. He never even gets to give her the answer. And then he's unalived in the most gruesome way. And I don't appreciate that. I feel like you didn't even really need this character, because what did he really add to the story? Okay, another person that was unalived, that was close to her, to get her to come to the mansion. Yeah, but no, because when she ended up going to the mansion, it wasn't even to avenge her friend. It was more so to avenge the ex-workers who were unalived, because they needed to, at first she went from they need to save themselves to actually let me be their savior. So I felt like I didn't like how they did his character. I didn't like how they did his character. It pissed me off. Yes. Is that his real name? He played, because I knew he was from the Weekend show. What's the Weekend show, y'all, that everybody hated? The Idol. Moses. He played Moses in The Idol. His name is Leon on here. So, but his real name is Moses. That's why I got thrown off. I was like, what? I like him. He's so handsome to me. I feel like they just added his character in here, though, of no use, and to be the most gruesome body count. Yeah. So now it's time to get into the spoilers. The person who knows about her past is actually her father. And we all know that her father has been preaching this saying in her, I will not accept the life that I do not deserve. And he wanted to basically save her from this industry that she was in, because she's actually trying to transition. But I guess in the 80s, they didn't like X work. They didn't like horror films. All this demonic evil stuff is taking our kids away. Heavy metal rock, type stuff like that. So he was trying to save his daughter. All in all, like I stated earlier, 3 out of 5 stars. I actually really, really, really enjoy Mia Goth. I am kind of like obsessed with her. I feel like she's super gorgeous and she is just super talented. Like, this girl is gonna go far, like, for real. I did some digging. I did not know that she was married to Shia LaBeouf, and I loved me some Shia. Now I heard, he was kind of one of those type of husbands. But aside from that, shout out to Mia Goth. She's really dope. I like Ty West in his movie. So Maxxxine is a solid film. If you enjoy the X franchise, because I heard they're working on another film now, another installment, then I feel like you'll enjoy it. If you didn't really care for the X franchise, this might be your favorite one because it's the least like out there, in my personal opinion. All right, let's go ahead and go to our next film. This one is Longlegs. Now, this movie has been marketed as the scariest movie of the decade. Somebody left the movie theater pissing their pants of how scared and frightened they were. No, it's not scary at all. Like at all in the slightest. And I am a horror fan, movie buff. Like, and I didn't jump not once. There was only one creepy part. But before I get too into it, let's get into the synopsis if y'all have never heard of Longlegs. So, in the pursuit of a serial killer, movie bae, you and these serial killers. All right, in the pursuit of a serial killer, an FBI agent uncovers a series of occult clues that she must solve to end his terrifying killing spree. This is written and directed by Oz Perkins. That name sounds familiar. Huh? Legally Blonde. Oh, The Black Coast Daughter. Seen that. Legally Blonde, Dorky David. That's him? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Look at that. You learn something new every day, don't you? Anyways, this movie was not scary in the slightest, if I'm being 100% honest with you. It stars Mika Monroe, Nicolas Cage, Blair Underwood, and it's so funny because there's a part in the movie where Blair Underwood he starts like his like shut up, like his abusive, type. And I leaned over and I told my friend, I was like, this the Blair Underwood we know. We know him for being a butthole and usually like an abusive husband or something. And when he tapped into that role, I said, now this is the Blair Underwood we know. Spoiler free, I personally did not really enjoy this movie. Like I said, it is marketed to be scary, and it was not scary in the slightest. And actually, while watching the movie, I kind of like zoned off and was like, I'm bored. Like I said that twice. I was like, I'm bored, or this is boring. Yikes. And I feel like this movie makes a lot of stylistic choices that I personally feel like isn't really needed. I feel like everybody wants to be different and all like artistic and hereditary type. I don't know. Like, I just felt like the artistic choices made in this movie were not needed, especially for this movie. So yeah, but I also do feel like this is a movie where you probably have to watch twice to get a full experience. So I'll give it that benefit of the doubt. So with that being said, my spoiler-free review, I'll probably give this movie like a 2.5 out of 5. It was really like just okay. I do like the ending and how everything was all tied up in a nice little bow. I will say that. But aside from that, it's a slow burn in my personal opinion. So let's go ahead and get into the spoilers of this movie. All right. So we have a new FBI agent, Agent Lee Harker. She is assigned to a cold case. Oh, granted, I missed the first like 5 minutes of this movie because the person I was with was late. So sorry. But I'm pretty sure I understand the movie perfectly fine. Undercover agent, not undercover, new FBI agent Lee Harker. She is assigned to a cold case with Agent Carter, aka Blair Underwood. And when she is assigned to this case, all of a sudden things start moving along. Like they were at a dead end. She comes and now she's solving things like that. So you're thinking, is she just a really good detective? Or is she closer to the case than she might realize? Especially because Longlegs, the serial killer, breaks into her home and leaves her a letter that is usually left at the crime scenes for her to decode. So after she decodes her letter and all the other letters, they kind of lead to, I guess, like some clues that she finds out. All the people who are unalived, the daughter's birthdays were on the 14th or within like a week of that day. So she figures that out. She maps out the birthdays. It's something satanic. Okay. So at that moment, I was like, oh, they're not chasing a serial killer. They're chasing the devil. And to me, that kind of made it like because I like for things to be able to be explained. Like, I don't want to chase the ghost. That makes sense. Like, I want somebody to literally be captured, but that's just my personal opinion. Long story shorted, Harkin is actually connected to this case because the serial killer visited her when she was a child. And during an exposition towards the end of the movie, her mother reveals that in order to save her daughter's life, Lee's life, she had to make a deal with the devil that she would be basically his accomplice on Earth. Okay. And in doing so, she would have to deliver dolls to families, and those dolls end up possessing the father, who ends up killing the entire family and killing himself. So, yeah, I actually like the twist of her mom being an accomplice. And honestly, I like to pride myself on figuring things out before they happen. But I didn't figure that one out until I literally saw the mom in the living room. Because it's so funny. Nicolas Cage's character, who is Longlegs, I personally did not like the makeup choice for him, but I digress. He kept saying, I work for the man downstairs. The man downstairs. Ask the man downstairs. Ask your mama. He literally told her, ask your mama. And myself is still like, why would she ask her? What her mama know? Why everybody think her mama knows something? Because her mama knew something. Granted, I will like to go revisit this movie just to see if it's something else that I've missed. I know for a fact I missed the first 5 minutes, but even in that first case, one of the old, cases, I knew that it was going to be something like satanic because she said that it's like the killer is no forced entry. It's like they know the killer, but the killer is not there, and everything else is self-inflicted. Like the dad actually did it, and he self-inflicted his own unaliving. So it's like I was like, oh, so it's something satanic. So like probably from the beginning, I was probably taken out because of that fact. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm gonna be completely unbiased on that. I like the story. I feel like it's a good what's the word? What's the movie I'm looking for? Not like kind of like a Along Came a Spider type, like those type of 90s. Oh, this was a 90s movie based in the 90s anyways. Those type of like thrillers, mystery thrillers type movie versus a horror movie. It should not have been marketed as a horror movie because nothing was horrific about it at all. The only thing that actually scared me, and it was, well, not even gonna say scared me, creeped me out, is the devil. had like a veil and like these glowing eyes. Me personally, I am afraid of anything eye related, because to me the eyes are the windows to the soul. So that's why I'm afraid of Coraline. Don't talk about me. Why these animations ain't got no eyes? Why? Well, I don't like that. That's demonic to me. Anything where the eyes are being affected, it creeps me out, because I just feel like, no, like I need to know. Oh yeah, so I do spoiler free for the first half of the movie, and then basically after I give my rating, I get into the spoilers. So just to let you know, HFG, I am going to be spoiling all these movies, but I do a spoiler free review first, give my rating, and then I get into the spoilers. I actually have not talked about Divorce in the Black just yet. That is going to be my next one. I think I am done with Long Legs. There's nothing else I really have to say. I just feel like this could have just been marketed as a mystery thriller. Because it wasn't scary at all, especially for marketing as the scariest movie of the decade. Like, no, like when did VHS come out? Y'all know I'm a horror movie fan. VHS, the movies, decade. VHS Viral came out in 2014. And another one came out in 2021. I haven't even seen that one, but I'm pretty sure that it's more scary than this. Like, it's a lot of indie horror films that will make me lose sleep at night as opposed to this. So I feel like I don't know, and that actually could be a downfall to people's opinions about it, because it's like, y'all said I was going to be scared and I wasn't. You know, it's a decent movie. I feel like, honestly though, I would give it a second rewatch just to. I know for a fact I didn't miss anything, because they explained everything to you. They explained everything to you. Oh yeah, and Harkin at the end. I didn't like how she just let Blair Underwood just kill his whole family. Like, I was like, destroy the doll, destroy the doll, destroy the doll. Like, why are you just sitting here? Make me mad. All right, let's go ahead and go on over. Lord have mercy on all of our souls. Yeah. If you are new to MovieBae, you know that I have a love-hate relationship for Mr. Tyler Perry. What I love about Tyler Perry is that he is a Black content creator. I love the fact that he has his own production studios. I thought that was dope. I want to go to Atlanta just to tour it. Even though it might not be much to tour. I also love that he is giving out Black jobs, to say the least. Tyler Perry, what's a Black job? Being in a Tyler Perry movie. But shout out to Tyler for keeping the people employed, and apparently, as Megan Good said, paying them what they're worth. Now, what I don't like about Tyler Perry is this type of shit right here. Tyler Perry, in my personal opinion, he's a billionaire. And he does the bare minimum for all of his projects. I feel like after Medea's Halloween, Boo Halloween, it was downhill from there. Have y'all noticed that's the last movie he made that went to the theaters? Because it was all downhill from there. That's when he said, I'm going to make whatever I want to make, and y'all going to go see it because y'all going to go see it. And I don't respect that. Put some quality behind this work, sir. Even if you, as a fellow writer, my baby is my artwork for real. But you still got to have somebody read the script. Read the script, and they can make suggestions and you can go back and write. I just feel like to just I'm okay. This has turned into a Tyler Perry rant. Let's just go. Let's just get into the movie, shall we? Let's just get into the movie. Okay, it says, I just finished Divorce in the Black last night. Did you enjoy it? This movie was a mess. Tyler has the money to do such better work, but here we are, and that is my biggest gripe with this man. We not asking for no Fast and the Furious type explosions type. We ain't even asking for all of that. We're asking for good stories and continuity. Honestly, that's really all we want. We are still simple people, Tyler. But here we are, like he just gonna keep pumping them out, because guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna keep watching them and talking about them. And he's gonna keep getting richer and richer and richer. Let's get into Divorce in the Black. All right, spoiler-free review first, and then we're gonna talk about this outrageous movie. Ava's husband, Dallas, leaves her heartbroken as he abandons their marriage. Is that what they put on IMDb? That is horrible. What? We need another one. What? That was crazy. That was mad short. I should have read that. First. Okay, this one's a little better. Ava's husband, Dallas, leaves her heartbroken as he deserts their marriage. Dallas's malicious actions unravel as Ava gets a chance to find true love with her destined soulmate. Okay, I like that one better. That was better. IMDb do better. Spoiler free. People have been saying same movie, different actors. Fact. Literally. But even myself could have taken the same story and just rearranged it a little bit. Just rearranged some things, added some things to make it better. Megan's good. I say this. Megan Good's acting was good. She always has like this like doughy face though, like victim type face to me. I don't know why. Like she's either a sex pot or a victim sex pot. Corey Hardrick, I actually haven't seen him act in anything outside of this, I don't believe, because I don't watch. I know he's on a show. I just don't watch it. Oh wait, he was in Brotherly Love. I did not watch the Tupac movie at all. I don't watch All American or The Shy. So this is my first time actually seeing him act. And it seemed like he was kind of doing parody acting, in my personal opinion. Like he wanted to be over the top, and he was over the top on some parts. It's just like the character was one note to me. Anger. That's it. It wasn't a slow build. It was just anger. That's it. So he's just not a good actor to me. I don't watch the other shows. This is all I have to go by. And it was just giving very much so one note. Megan Good. I mean, all the side characters. This was a damn TV movie. I can't. I'm trying to find nice things to say. Yeah, I forgot I did my makeup. Did I wipe my eyebrows off? Jesus, Lord have mercy. But I'm trying to find nice things to say. Oh, I kind of did. If I look crazy, y'all know why. Tyler Perry done stressed me out. I done wipe my damn eyebrows off. Out of 5 stars, this is I can't give Longlegs a 2.5 and Tyler Perry a 2.5. So this is a 2. Because Longlegs actually tried to have a complex story. Oh, wait, let me see. It was much better than a lot of the other stuff, but there was still so much room for improvement. Do y'all like Mia Culpa better than this one? Or this one better than Mia Culpa? I didn't like Mia Culpa at all. The last Tyler Perry movie I actually enjoyed. You know what? My favorite one is A Family That Prays. That is my favorite Tyler Perry movie. But after that, Acrimony was fair. I feel like the more I watched Acrimony, the more I liked it. What's the other one, y'all? I feel like it's one more that is decent. Oh well, can't think of it, so it's probably not. This was a black churchy version of Enough. Did they have a kid in Enough? Let me tell you what I wish it did have though. Let's get into the spoilers. I gave my review 2 stars. Boom. All right, let's get into the spoilers. And then I'm gonna come back to this comment. This was slightly better than Mia Coppola. Mia Coppola was worse. I guess slightly. All right, so everybody's talking about it. Let's get into the funeral scene. Everybody's talking about it. Let's get into the funeral scene. That's the top left corner. From the very moment this movie comes on, it really is outrageous. My mouth was like this the whole time. The preacher, Megan Good's father, pastor. What's the pastor name, y'all? I done went all the Corey Hardick's IMDb. I know it's Beyonce mama husband. Clarence, Pastor Clarence, was given a eulogy for Dallas's brother, who is deceased, who passed away after being shot while trying to rob an elderly woman. And even though eulogies are supposed to remember the good about people and comfort their living loved ones, this sermon didn't do that. This sermon didn't do that at all. He used the scripture from the Bible about 5 brothers, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the scripture, but basically those brothers were hell on earth. And it was a good parallel to the 5 brothers of Dallas. Everybody is just shocked. Dallas's mom is not having it. She says, we don't need y'all handouts. Here are the clothes that y'all gave me. Take my baby. They try to go get the casket. Nope, take my baby out the casket. We don't need nothing from them. So they picked up the deceased and carried him out and put him on the back of the truck to go bury them in the front yard of their trailer park. Yes, Richard Lawson. When Megan Good goes to, I'm not going to do scene by scene, but when Megan Good character, Ava, goes to Dallas's home to try to get him so they can drive back to Atlanta, because right now they like in Athens or something. They in the country. He's just so mean to her. And then she tells this story about prom night, because they were like dating in high school, and how he spilled paint or dirt or something on her dress, and she was like, "You were so mean." I was like, that should have been a sign. What's so funny? What is so funny? I don't get it. She stays out in the front yard, sleep in the car, waiting for him so they could drive back together. His mama got to come out and be like, "Get off my property. He already gone." Dallas does a series of basically just outbursts with Ava. And honestly, I'm giving him the benefit because his brother just passed away. So I'm like, maybe he's just hurt right now, because I feel like there wasn't any build up to abuse in their relationship versus how he treats you, Ava. Like, that's all we get is how he treats you, Ava. And then we get a list of things that's not on screen. It's just a list of things he's done to her. So I'm thinking he's just mean and surly because he's grieving. But he ends up asking for a divorce, which is weird. He's asking for the divorce? Y'all didn't find that suspicious? That's bad writing to me. Why is he asking for the damn divorce? What? Because of her dad? Okay. Okay, I can see that. He tired of dealing with her family because her family is the rich people who always try to fix the poor people. Okay, I can see that. So after he asked for the divorce, she's a abused woman, brokenhearted. She goes back home, works on herself. That part of the movie was so damn boring. I kept going to walk my dog. I'm not even gonna hold you. So if I miss some parts, I miss some parts. My dog kept wanting to go outside. I said, ain't shit happening. All she doing is going on jogs and stuff. That part of the first part of this movie was so damn boring, bro. The second half of the movie kicks up a little bit. So after Ava's dad keeps trying to put her down with this dude, Benji, in town who liked her in high school, I was like, bro, stop. So everybody, her dad, her mom, her dad, her best friend, everybody want her to move on to another man. It's like, damn, it ain't been a month. Can I just chill? Can I just be? Let a brother be. If y'all know where that's from, y'all some real ones. So she finally gives Benji a chance. They're seen out. Who is sending Dallas these pictures? I don't know. I guess his brothers, but they don't have much camera time. So how the hell we were supposed to know? So Dallas sees that Ava and Benji are going out. He suspects that she was cheating the whole time, and that's when he starts to lose his ever-loving last mind. He yanking up her mama, beating up her daddy. He's just doing the most. Popping up at the house. He's just doing the absolute most. Okay. This is the part of the movie, Bria. This part right here. This is the part of the movie that I felt like it's a lot of parts of the movie that could have been better. But the end. All right. So we all know Ava's dad came to drop off some guns around the house. She hides them. Boom. She gets Dallas to come over to the house by saying that she was with Benji and he was so much better. Blah, 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 blah. Dallas comes over. Boom. All right. So she talking all this cash money-ish just so Dallas can beat on her because one, she has a restraining order against him. So now he's in the house. He done broke an entry. He's beating on her just so she can shoot him in self-defense. I felt like that was so anticlimactic. This is the part, Bria. I feel like that was so anticlimactic. Enough was good. Enough was good with while she's working on herself, she's actually training to learn some life skills to defend herself. So when that her husband, ex-husband, whatever, comes back around, I'm going to beat your ass. Versus, I'm going to let you beat my ass, and then I'm just going to shoot you in self-defense. With one shot. I said, dang, she put that shotty to his body, and that's it. That's it? I would have rather have had a little pew pew and shot him in the kneecap, broke him down, beat him in the head. Like I wanted to see something. But then again, we didn't even really see abuse. And I'm not saying I wanted to see him go full Ike Turner mode on her, but we just heard about the abuse. I don't know. To me, that was a cop-out. Y'all know Tyler Perry. That was a cop-out. He didn't want to spend the time nor the money to put it in the movie. What was your favorite part? You want to lose your job, bitch? I like I ain't going to say I like the friend because, I mean, it's a trope character at this point. But I like that when Dallas came over to Ava's friend's house, whatever her name is, child, and they all having double dates with Ava, Benji, her friend, and her friend husband. And it's kind of like a why did I get married dinner table scene, but he only told one secret. I was like, oh, every time you think it can be something, it's like Tyler Perry says, nope, that's it. And then where did that go? That's why I was like, it felt like a TV movie or like a TV show, honestly. Because then I want to follow that storyline. How long he been cheating on her for real? When did he tell Dallas? Why did he tell Dallas? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you so big and bad when it comes to everybody else's husband, but you can't keep yours on a leash? Or you got to keep yours on a leash. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just upsets me because I will say Tyler Perry be having good ideas, but he just don't execute. And it's really disappointing, especially because you have the star power, you have the money. Like, if your name is attached, people going, well, now at this point, people going to kind of like laugh at it, but we still going to watch it. You know what I'm saying? And you do nothing with the power that you have. But at least he paying people what they deserve, right? Yeah, 2 out of 5 stars. And that's me being generous. The last movie I'm going to talk about, y'all, is A Quiet Place Day One. I want to know y'all's opinions about A Quiet Place Day One, because my spoiler-free review is I didn't like it. I did not like it. It was confusing that they were friends. How you a good friend and husband, but that's the company you keep. Right. Because I think Ava's friend's husband was actually cool with Dallas. And it's like, I don't know, bro. Because, like, when you do know somebody in an abusive relationship, at a certain point, it is kind of like, I'm going to be here for you when you need me, but you ain't going to leave. So it's kind of like, but I'm going to be here when you need me, So maybe that's, I don't know. I didn't like A Quiet Place Day One. I personally didn't like A Quiet Place, the second one. The first one is the best one still in this movie. Let's read the synopsis. In this franchise, let's read the synopsis. A young woman named Sam finds herself trapped in New York City during the early stages of an invasion by alien creatures with ultra-sensitive hearing. Written and directed by Michael Chernosky, John Krasinski. Y'all know Michael, not Michael, but Jim off The Office. Love him. He's the only reason why I watched in the first place. Starring Lupita. I am not even going to try to pronounce her last name. Joseph Quinn, Alex Wolff. Spoiler-free review. Lupita acted her booty off. I feel like this was perfect casting because y'all know she's a very visual actress. She can really emote emotions through her face, and especially in a quiet place where there's not a lot of dialogue, she can deliver. I like that there was way more killings in this movie. I like that a lot. And there were some tension building scenes for sure, where I was like, ooh, right. On my community tab, I told y'all that I watched this movie in an immersive experience theater where like the chair is moving, the wind is going, they got fog, mist, rain, all type of stuff. I don't know if that helped or hindered this movie for me. I'll say that much. But aside from that, the storyline to me, this could have been like a standalone film. I don't know, bro. Like, I really don't know how to explain it. I feel like I got to get into spoilers. I have to get into spoilers. I feel like, okay, how about this? Spoiler free. I feel like as a prequel, this is a horrible prequel. For this to be day one, we don't have any new, for it to be a prequel, we don't have any new information than what we already had from the first Quiet Place and the second Quiet Place. Like, at all. And for this movie to be a day one where nobody knows what's going on, they sure do catch on quick that they got to be quiet. They sure do catch on quick that these things don't like animals. What? Don't like rain, water. I just felt like for it to be day one, they were learning fast. So unrealistic, in my personal opinion. That's my biggest issue with this movie. Out of 5 stars, I'll give it a 3. Simply for the acting and the tension building. But for a franchise installment, it's a waste. It's a wash. Throw it away to me. I actually don't even think I have to get into spoilers on this. I guess I can. So Lupita's character in this movie, Samara. She's sick. I don't know with what, but she's on hospice care. And they go into the city to see a play and to get pizza. So Samara's whole goal this entire movie is to get her some pizza because she's on hospice and she just doesn't get to go out to the city anymore. Okay, so her whole goal in this movie is I'm going to Brooklyn and I'm getting me some pizza. She loses some friends along the way and makes some friends along the way, aka Mr. Eric here, played by Joseph Quinn. Now, Joseph Quinn, he is a I guess foreign exchange student. So he has no family, and he actually has like really, really bad anxiety. And Samara, she has her service animal, her cat. And I feel like, what's the guy's name again? Izzy, I know it's been so long. I feel like Eric clings to both of them because he has nobody. He has bad anxiety. He needs a service animal, honestly. I like the stories between the two, but it really made the movie slow as hell. Like, the movie wasn't even about the creatures. It was about them. I don't care about them. As a prequel, as a first installment, I need to know something about these creatures. Where did they come from? This wasn't even answered. Why? I mean, we know why they're attacking people, quote unquote. It's because they're loud. But why do they have sensitive hearing? Are they eating these people, or are they just one swipe killing them, these people? Like, what is this egg thing that they went to explore that Eric stumbled upon when he was trying to get the cat back? Like, what is that? They didn't even dig into that. It really pissed me off. I really didn't like, because I told y'all we're in spoilers now, I really didn't like how at the end of the movie, Lupita's character gives Eric her dad's sweater, her service animal, and tells him to run. And she's going to cause the damn distraction while he gets away. Now, I understand why she did it, because she's sick anyways and she doesn't have her medication, so she's going to die anyways. I get it. I just didn't like seeing it. I just didn't like to see it. Boom. What were y'all's thoughts and opinions on A Quiet Place Day One? I feel like this was probably the biggest letdown out of all these movies, because I was expecting to figure out more about the creatures and we figured out nothing. Everything we already knew, we knew in this movie. So it wasn't like no revelations at all. There was a returning character, Henry. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name. I know him when I see him, but this beautiful, handsome man right here, top left hand corner. So we find out that that's how he got on the boat, and he had a wife and a son, and apparently they didn't make it out that boat because in number 2, he didn't have no wife and no son. I don't recall. So like, that's it. That's literally it. Boom. All right, you guys, that wraps up my new movie roundup. We have talked about we talked about the indie film Caged Birds. I really want y'all to go check this movie out. It's on Tubi, it's on Prime. Please check it out. Come back, drop a comment, let me know how you liked it, if you liked it. Maxxine, the quote unquote third installment in the X trilogy. Love Mia Goth. Mwah. Love her in itself. She made the movie. Okay. Long Legs, I feel like it was just marketed incorrectly. Stylistic choices weren't needed. Everybody's trying to be all weird and cool and different. Just make the damn movie, please. Tyler Perry, you need to be you need some stylists. Don't just make the damn movie, Tyler. And of course, The Quiet Place day one gave us no new information. It was a waste of installment, honestly, in the franchise. What were y'all thoughts and opinions on these movies? Be sure you give me a thumbs up. Please, please, please engage and interact with this video. It really helps me in the algorithm. It helps the channel grow, period. Like, if you like what you hear, give it a thumbs up. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, because I be in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts. Am I tripping? Do I need to go rewatch something? Let me know. Okay? Don't forget to like, comment, and if you're new, of course, subscribe. Stick around for more weekly Roundup reviews. There is this movie called Oddity. I think that's what it's called. Now, I've been seeing like thumbnail reviews saying that movie is scary. So I'm going to watch that one. My mama want to go see Twisters. So y'all already know on next week's Roundup, those are at least 2 of the films I'm going to be talking about. All right. So don't forget to, once again, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Bye. That made me wipe my damn eyebrows off, Tyler. What the hell?